Welcome to AlphaCars and Motorcycles. Today, we're taking a close look at this stunning 1997 Mercedes E420. This vehicle, the majority of its life was owned by one family, and it presents very well for its age and mileage. So in this video, we're gonna do a detailed tour inside and out of this E420 and learn a bit more about it. If you are interested in this timeless Mercedes, check out our listing on our website, alphacars.com. There, you're just one click away from viewing the up-to-date price, availability, and all the detailed information, including a high-resolution photo set and details regarding the vehicle's remaining tire and brake life. And we do offer transportation, so even if you're not local to us here in New England, we can still arrange to have it shipped right to your driveway and make the buying process very easy for you. Just give us a call, 978-263-9000. Now, with that out of the way, let's take a closer look at this E420. First, we'll start with the exterior. Let's do a walk around and admire the beauty of this E420. I love this timeless design here with those circular headlights and the body lines and those sort of 5-spoke wheels, just very period correct for this vehicle being a 97. Overall, it presents very nice for the age. We've got lots of compliments on this car, it being in our showroom. That silver color has a deep shine to it. Now taking a look at the back of the car. No obvious scuffing or damage to point out. And I will note, at the end of the video, I will go over a few disclosures with the car of some imperfections that I want to tell you about. But just for now, we're going to go over its overall condition, and then we'll get into that a bit later. Now looking again at the hood, the windshield, the roof, sunroof, it all presents very, very well with minor imperfections in the vehicle finish. Looking at the rear bumper now, a little more closely. I don't see any obvious, scuffing or damage there. All the wheels present very well, with some minor cosmetic scuffing on some of the edges, but I will show you that a bit more closely later in the video. But we can see there's no staining on the wheel face from brake dust or anything like that. Let's take a look in the trunk now. You can pop the trunk right here. And we've got a nice set of the original floor mats. Let me take the rears out here. Taking a look now at these front floor mats. A little bit of wear right there. We can see a few pieces of cloth that are a little loose. But now we have a WeatherTech floor liner for the trunk, or a trunk liner I should call it. Tons of storage in the E420 here. Both sides we've got some deep storage there with some minor discoloration in the rug. The rug does look really nice underneath the mat though. And looking in the spare tire well, we've got the spare tire. Looks like we have a tire iron there, and just generally more opportunity for storage in the E420 here. Now with the mats back in there, let's take a look at the seams, or the jambs rather, of the trunk and the gaskets. Everything looks really nice, as well as the sort of upper plate of the bumper there, that trim plate. Looking at the underside of the trunk and the edge of the trunk, it does look really nice overall. And of course, later in the video, I will touch on, that we have made a few touch-ups on the car to improve its appearance. Now looking in the rear seating area, tons of room back here. It's so comfortable to be in the back of this car. We've got the center armrest here, and there is a little bit of light wear just right there, as we can see. But we even have some cup holders that slide out. Those work really well. And we've got the rear headrests up right now. And I have those up for a reason, because there's actually a button in the front of the vehicle that will lower those automatically, and they have these deep wells for them to go in, so it's actually flat when you fold them down. It's very unique, and it works very well. Let's take a look at the headliner. Headliner looks amazing, and I love the contrast in color, how just that center headliner panel is the lighter color, and then the panels leading up to it on the side we can see is the darker color. So it's kind of like a two-tone situation. I think it looks really nice, and it still presents very, very well. We've got this rear passenger door here with a nice trim, window switch there. Now let's go around to the driver's side. And this door card presents very well. A couple minor little points of wear. I'll get out my little trim tool pointer here. That's a soft plastic, so it's non-marring. Just a little bit of wear right there, and we can see right there. But it will surprise you when we get to the mileage on this car. It has definitely, you know, been enjoyed over the years, and it presents so well, you know, for the age and mileage. Always getting compliments on this vehicle. Looking now, let's look at the headliner from this side of the car so we can see what we missed in the last segment. And everything, once again, is looking great. And I don't see any major wear in the rear seating area here. There is a little bit of discoloration just right there on the seatbelt. But other than that, very presentable. Carpet's in excellent shape as well. Same thing with all the door jambs here. Now, let's go over to the front passenger side and get a look of the condition here. Front passenger seat is in excellent condition. I mean, I don't really see any wear to speak of. There's a couple light little scuffs, maybe like here and here, maybe one here as well. But other than that, you know, there's no split bolsters. There's really no excessive wrinkling or wear in the seat like you might see on a vehicle that, you know, is barely 5 years old. And it's just held up so well over the years. You can really tell the family that owned it for the majority of its life, they really took good care of the car. Let's look at the dash condition now. Overall, the dash is very clean, but there is a little bit of minor imperfections right here, and of course, what I mean by imperfection is a little bit of splitting, as you can see, and a little bit in the center, kind of just there, if you get a look at that. Now looking in the glove compartment, we've got a couple cup holders there, good amount of storage space, and check this out. I love this part of the car. We've got all the original service booklets. Oh, look at that Mercedes service wagon right there, or estate. I love it. And we've got original radio booklets, owner's manual, service booklets. It is really astounding. And all of this, I'm going to be very careful with it. It's all in excellent condition. So I'm going to put this very carefully here. And after the video, I'll put it back in its protective pouch. But I want to use two hands for that, and I don't want to damage anything. But even looking in the door jambs here, everything looks very clean and orderly. As we can see, maybe a little bit of wear, maybe more due to age though, on this little bit of trim. Just a little bit of that finish there, lifting. But now looking at it from this side, just check this out. Overall, it just presents so well. Such a nice place to be. And we've got actually four keys with this car, all factory keys. So these are two spare master keys. And then this is a valet key. Super cool that it's still with the car. And then I've got a key in my pocket, which we will start the car in just a couple minutes here. And so total, you got 3 master keys and 1 valet key with this vehicle. So the fact that this has been passed along with the vehicle throughout the years is just a testament to, you know, how well it's been cared for. And the family that, you know, owned it for the majority of its life, that's who we bought it from here at AlphaCars. Let's take a look at the driver's door panel. We've got the 3-position seat memory there, and all the seat functions work great. If I show you here, even the headrest goes up and down. Let me adjust the seat angle. So all those work great there. A little bit of light wear right there on the door panel. But other than that, let me get the camera a little better for you. There we go. Other than that, everything does look really, really nice. And now looking on the driver's side of the dash, once again, see right there, a little bit of splitting just starting. But other than that, it is kind of hard to notice unless you point it out to someone. And now look at this, 133,500 miles. So, I mean, I wouldn't call that super high mileage. These vehicles can definitely go 200,000 to 300,000 with great care. And this vehicle has definitely received great mechanical care over the years. We will start it up in just 1 second. And man, does this thing run smooth and sweet. It also has ice cold AC. It's pretty hot out today and it's very humid because it rained earlier. And this car just cuts right through that. You get in and the AC immediately cools you down. Even look at the carpet condition in here. Here's the kick panel. We have the pedals. Carpet condition looks great. You can see there's no wear on the carpet like you'll commonly see near the gas pedal. And we can see once again, there's a little bit of the kind of finish lifting here and there, more just due to the age of the car. But overall, it presents very well. And we've got some of the factory stickers here, including the VIN plate just there. Just before I get in, I'll comment on the driver's seat condition. And it once again has little to no wear, especially, you know, for the age and the mileage of the vehicle. It's really, really impressive. Couple little light points of just normal wear here, very light wear, just a couple little areas from the seat being flexed. But other than that, this lower bolster and everything else, it's so impressive. This car really looks great. Let's get in now. And I'll get the key out of my pocket and we'll start this right up. We can see the key slot there. All we have to do is hit our button and the key flips out. That all works great. Starts right up. And of course, we just let the beeping go away there. And very clearly 133,500 miles. And as you can see on the left and right, there's a couple, pixels that are a little cut off. But the main trip and mileage there and the time, you can still make that out, perfectly fine. But the actual condition of the gauges here, like this, which I won't touch it, but the plastic bezel, that is like crystal clear. It looks really good. You can tell this car was always cleaned properly over the years because that's not all marred up or scratched up from cleaning it improperly. We've got our window switch there. Oh, sorry. We've got our light switch here, not the window switch. We've got window switches down here, and all the windows work great. Let's see, I can roll this one down and up. There's no abnormal noises or anything. They all work as designed. Already this thing is blowing ice cold, and we've got it set to 65 degrees on auto, dual auto climate control as well, which is really awesome for a vehicle, of this age. It's very well optioned. And check this button out. Ready? I'm gonna push it. I love this. All the headrests go down, and they go down almost flush. So now we can see unobstructed, the whole rear window. Let's check out the sunroof. Here's the shade. We've got the couple of vents here for a little bit of light in the car, and just the condition of everything. Let me actually show you the whole thing. Sorry about that. There's not like a single scuff or point of wear on this thing. It's so impressive. Now let's open up the sunroof. Always check, make sure all these functions work on any vehicle you are looking to buy. And that's why we're making this video. So it's just like you're here in person. But we can see all that works great, and I'll just shut that there. And our radio sounds great. Right now it's on some classical music. I won't let that run too long because of copyright reasons with YouTube. Let's take a look at the HVAC now. All the controls work great. We can adjust our temperatures. We could take manual control here by pushing this button and just tell it I want some cold air at the feet, but the passenger can still stay on auto, or they can take control as well. All the functions work great, and it responds pretty much instantly, with no abnormal noises or anything. I don't know if the mic picked it up, but I just heard the car switch where the air is coming out multiple times, and it all works very smoothly. Looking in this compartment, I believe this module is for the phone. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's for the car phone. Yes, this still has the car phone in it. We will take a look at that in a minute. And we've got an outlet here and storage compartment. Just before we get to that phone, check this out. We've got a pretty sweet cup holder. And while the cup holders in the European vehicles of this era maybe don't have the best reputation, this one seems to work very good, and it's pretty cool how that all folds out of there. Well, let me move the keys now, and I'll open this part of our center console, and check this out. We've got the Mercedes car phone right there, and I can open the sort of main area where there's actually a couple of vents in there if you want to keep some things cool in there, and just plenty of storage in general. And while the wiring for the car phone, appears pretty good and intact, a little bit of the insulation there is just a little loose. So I just want to note that. Of course, we are full disclosure here, and we just want to show you any little thing that you might see in person, just as if you were here inspecting the car yourself. Let me pop the hood, which is just this lever here. We can hear the fans running as I find the hood pull and open that up. Very orderly under here. You can see the belts spinning away there. Runs very smoothly. We've got one of the fans kicked on there for the AC. And overall, it presents very well. The sound insulation in the hood looks like that's doing great. It's not really hanging down or anything. And like I said, overall, it just presents very well for the age. But of course, you can tell a little bit of, light oxidization here and there on some of the metal components, but nothing really out of the ordinary. Overall, it does look really, really nice. So now let me reach in here. I'll shut it off. We get a couple of beeps there, but I will say it is ice cold in that car. I wish I was in there, not outside here in the humidity. Now let's go over just a few of the disclosures on the E420. You might notice on the Carfax that it does have a couple, incidents reported. It looks like there may have been a previous collision at the rear of the vehicle. And you can tell there was some previous paint work that was done many years ago. It is holding up really good, but I just want to show you nice and up close to the panel in some of these areas. And we did make a few touch-ups here at AlphaCars just to improve the appearance a little bit. So let's look at the rear of the vehicle now. This chip right here, you can see there's a chip, and we did touch that up to improve the appearance. But this rear bumper, you can see some of the paint lines sort of in that trim, and a little bit right here. Sorry, some of the paint lines in this trim, and a little bit right here. And while it does look to be holding up really nice, you can just tell it had, the previous paint work done. There's a previous little chip there that was kind of touched up. A little bit of paint imperfection right here. There's been some touch-ups done in a couple areas of the trunk and sort of around the taillights. So like this area here, while it does look really nice, you can tell, it's not factory, that there's been a little bit of previous paint work in there. But when we shut the trunk, it shuts very well. Everything, all the body lines, it all looks factory-like. It all seems to align very nice. And it's nothing you might normally notice unless someone with a trained eye points these things out to you, like I'm doing right here. Once again, we have a little bit of the evidence of the previous paint work in the corners there, but it is looking really nice still. And let me open this door. You can see right here in this corner, you can just tell it's had a little bit of the previous work done, but it does look really nice still. Looking down the driver's side of the car, we're making our way to the front. There have been a few paint chips, like right here on the hood, that we did touch up for a better appearance. And same thing, front bumper has some light imperfections here and there, like a little bit of the pitting from the highway usage, and we have right here a little scuff on the bumper that was touched up as well. But I mean, the chrome on the car, the headlights, all of that looks really, really nice. And we just wanted to make the car present, as good as possible, where we had found, any previous little chips or anything like that. Let me show you the wheels a bit closely now. The main face of the wheels does look really nice, but you can see like right there and right here, just a little bit of the cosmetic imperfection. The car does drive very, very smooth, and it's purely cosmetic, like around the edge of the wheel there. Let's go around to the last couple wheels, same thing. Some cosmetic imperfection on that edge. And then, now on this edge. So you can definitely reference the listing, check out the free Carfax report, and we're happy to talk to you about this vehicle. And give us a call at 978-263-9000. We will happily talk to you about the history, what we know on the car, and generally it looks really, really nice. And this paint work that was done many years ago has definitely held up very well. So I want to thank you for watching this video, giving you a full tour of this E420 and disclosing some of the previous paint work and some of the imperfections the vehicle has. If you are interested in this E420, remember, you're just one click away from viewing the up-to-date price and availability. And this has been Ian reporting from our Boxborough location. Please leave a like on this video and subscribe so then you don't miss out on the latest motoring content.